One of the biggest problems that I see plagues people of living their healthiest lifestyle or achieving their fitness goals is hitting their daily protein goals. Hitting your protein goals can really be a struggle as you're first getting into consistent routines. And I think a lot of fitness gurus out there make this way more complicated than it needs to be. So I want to give you my top 5 tips to hit your protein goals day in and day out with ease. If you're new here to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is David Martin. I'm an online coach, podcast host, and fitness content creator based here in Indianapolis, Indiana. I graduated from Ohio State University with a degree in health promotion, nutrition, and exercise science. I've been an online coach and personal trainer for the past 7 years, coached some people to some pretty impressive transformations, and I've even stepped on stage myself as an athlete in the classic physique category for natural bodybuilding. So let's get into my top 5 tips to help you hit your protein. And we're going to start with the low-hanging fruit. You might hit me in the comments saying, hey, these aren't the most important things that you're starting off with. And I know that's because when people are making habit change, you want to hit those low-hanging fruits. You want to do the easy things before moving on to the hard things. It's like building momentum, getting a snowball rolling down a hill. So my first tip for you all today is to lock in on your grab and go options. It's just a simple fact these days that people are very busy and always on the go. And that means you're going to be snacking. The important thing though is to make sure your snacks count. You want to make sure all of your snacks have at least some degree of protein in them. So I want to show you 2 of my go-to protein snacks that I utilize almost on a daily basis to help me supplement my protein intake. Keyword supplement, we'll hit on that later. But the 2 best protein snacks that I have for you are ratio protein. Now I'm putting out my secrets. These protein yogurts are truly slept on. The big key with these, straight out the fridge, the consistency is a little strange. But if you allow them to unthaw a little bit, the texture's on point, the flavor's on point. And look at this, 25 grams of protein with 170 total calories. Really hard to beat. And it's a great way to just get protein in. Super easy to keep you full as well. My secondary snack, protein bars. Let me tell you what, guys, protein bars have come such a far way. See what I did there? There's certain brands like Built Bars or Bear Bells protein bars that truly taste like a candy bar. And the macros are pretty decent too. Now, there are certain protein bars out there where the protein to fat and carb ratio is not going to be ideal. Built Bars and Bear Bells protein bars are probably on the edge for me. You're going to want to make sure that you have at least 15 or more grams of protein. These Built Bars, they have 17 grams of protein per 140 calories. So if we multiply 17 times 4, that's what? About 68 of those 140 calories are coming from protein, which is pretty solid ratio. And my third protein snack that I want to suggest to you guys, the Ninja Creamy. Most everybody loves ice cream, and the Ninja Creamy is a great way to get a delicious treat or snack in while still prioritizing protein. All this is, guys, it is milk, whey protein, and a little bit of that sugar-free, fat-free pudding mix, and it's delicious. Like, look at this. Truly a hack of being able to get your protein in. As we are moving right along, we want to make sure you have a solid insurance policy. And no, I'm not the goddamn Geico lizard, or I'm not trying to sell you on life insurance. If you're a life insurance agent, please, for the love of God, stop calling my phone. Your insurance policy will be your whey protein supplements. Here I have 2 of my go-to options that I use on a daily basis. I do 2 protein shakes a day as well as 1 of these protein snacks to help me supplement my protein intake. And once again, low-hanging fruit here, people. Add these things in if you're struggling to hit your protein intake. They're not going to be the quote-unquote optimal or best things because I think whole food just is slightly higher. There's studies that show whey protein is an extremely high quality protein source, but I still think whole food is going to be your way to go. That being said, having a protein shake is a super easy and cost-effective way to supplement your protein intake. This, NutriCost whey protein is $60 for 5 pounds, 63 servings on Amazon. Also, if you want an option that's a little bit tastier but less cost effective, one of my go-tos is BPN. They have great flavors. A lot of great flavors out there these days. I've had great flavors from raw protein. There's a ton of great brands out there. So tip number 2, have a protein shake or 2 a day. It's really going to help you bump up those numbers, to get them from rookie numbers to pro numbers. The third tip is to integrate sneaky swaps Don't confuse that for a sneaky link. I'm watching you. What I mean by sneaky swaps, take these Goodles, for example. It's a mac and cheese with protein, and I really do think it's pretty tasty. But as you see, 15 grams per serving. On this nutrition label, we have 15 grams of protein per serving. I think everybody loves a good bowl of mac and cheese from time to time. Is this the healthiest thing out there? No. But it's a way that you can sub a fun, tasty food with another pretty fun, I'll say 90% of the taste with a ton more protein. There are many, many types of sneaky swaps out there, whether it's Goodles, Quest protein chips, whether it's a protein bar at the gas station versus a candy bar at the gas station. Many, many options for you to swap out common foods and snacks for other options that have higher protein. Now, on these last two options, I'm really gonna need you all to lock in because these are the two most important, the two most bang for your buck, and the two most optimal ways to up your protein intake and really make a change in your health goals, your fitness goals, your muscle gain goals, whatever it might be. And that is get consistent. So number 4 is get consistent with your meal intake. Quit eating like a damn bird. I need y'all to get on a consistent schedule where you're prioritizing protein several times a day. I need you to have at least 3 protein-centric meals a day where you're getting, let's say, 30 grams of protein on average in those meals. And you can supplement the rest with shakes or snacks, whatever it might be. Me, myself, I do 5 meals a day. I've done 6 meals in the past, but start yourself off nice and slow. Commit to 3 solid protein-centric meals. And number 5 goes hand in hand with our 4th protein tip, and that is get serious with your meal prep. Having all of those protein-centric meals on deck, whether it is meal prepping once to have all of your meals ready for the week, or if you're getting in 2 meal prep sessions a week like I would typically do, having those meals on deck, cooking it ahead of time will save you so much time. It makes decision fatigue so less impactful, and it really, really helps you to stay on point with keeping consistent with your protein. If you don't have time or the desire to meal prep, look into a meal prep service. One meal prep service that I'm a huge fan of in Indianapolis are Herculean meals. And look at this, backyard barbecue, truly a delicious assortment we have here with 41 grams of protein. So if you're not gonna put the time into meal prep, get with a meal prep service that has high protein options and you'll be set up for success. So guys, as you're going about your habit change, start with those low-hanging fruits, get the ball rolling, and then take things more and more seriously, continue to build momentum, put in the effort, and over time, getting your protein in day in and day out will become less of a chore. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or thoughts, always feel free to drop them down below. If you're interested in having me strategize with you on a consultation call to help you specifically figure out what weaknesses we can overcome to hit your protein goals, I'm always an email away, and I'll leave my email down in the description. We can go ahead and set up a time for us to get on a call. Or if you want me to go ahead and make a meal plan for you to take out the guesswork, let me know. I can get to work for you using your preferences, tweaking things over time to get you in an ideal spot. I'm always here to help, and taking that guesswork out will take you to the next level. So that is all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for checking out the video. I really appreciate your time. And if you'd like to stick around with the channel, I have all kinds of videos for your fitness goals out there. Maybe you want to go ahead and check out how I analyze my clients' form so you can improve the way that you work out to hit those goals, or perhaps you're interested in the mental health things. I've had a PhD on my podcast where we talk about the confluence of mental health and fitness. So a few things to check out. Once again, hope you all have a great day.